Hey fifth graders, it's Mrs. Trombley, and today we're going to learn how to use the standard algorithm to multiply a multi-digit by a multi-digit. So far you've used it for single digits, and I'm of course going to start off with the area model, something that you have seen in the past, and then we'll connect it to the standard algorithm. So you should have this sheet in front of you. I have it attached to the Schoology page, and you need a pencil, and we're good. All right, so we're gonna start off with the area model. I have 62 times 24, and multiplication's commutative, so it doesn't matter which one you put on which side, right? Areas, length times width times length will give you the same thing. So we're gonna separate these according to their place values like we did when we had the single digit times multi-digit. And along this side, I don't know what it is, but I usually put the lower digit along the side. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to put 24 as 20 plus 4 and 62 as 60 plus 2. We do this in number talks all the time. It's easier to do these problems in your head, right? When you split them apart, break them apart. So now we're going to find the area of each of these pieces and put them all together, right? So this section is 20 by 60. So we would do 20 times 60, which I know you know how to do that. We just took our quiz and you did great. 2 times 6 is 12, and then I have 2 10s there, so 2 zeros. And now I have 20 times 2 for this, because this is 20, this is 2. And 2 times 2 is 4 with just 1 10. And this is 4 by 60, so 4 times 60. 4 times 6 is 24, and then 1 10. And this last piece is 4 by 2. This is 4, this is 2, and 4 times 2 is 8. Now to find the area of this, all we do is we add those all up, right? So I'm going to take 1200, and again, addition's also commutative. It doesn't matter what order you add them. I usually just go from the largest number of digits to the smaller number of digits, lining them up. So I have like 1200, I have 240, lining up those ones places, a 40, and an 8. And it's our job to add those. So I have a bunch of zeros and an 8. That gives me 8. 2 4s, 8. 2 plus 2 is 4, and then 1 plus nothing is 1. So I have 1,488. All right, at this point, if you wanted to try these other two on your own, you're more than welcome to, and then you can just press play to double check your work. If you want yours to match mine, then put the lower digit as the width, meaning like 36 is lower than 43. So I would put 30 plus 6 along the side. And then for this one here, I would put the 20 plus the 9 along the side. So then yours will match mine. All right, so I have my 36 along this side. I want my 43 up top, so I'm going to do 40 plus 3. And to figure out the area of this piece, I would do 30 times 40. And 3 times 4 is 12, and my 2 10s make 1200. To find the area of this piece, I would do 30 times 3, and 3 times 3 is 9 times 110. And the area of this piece would be 6 times 40, which would give me 240. And this piece, 6 times 3 is 18. Again, to find the area, we're going to add them all up. So 1200 plus my 240 plus my 90 plus my 18. And I have my zeros and an 8. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 4 is 14, 2, 4, 5, and a 1. So 1,548. And our last one here, I'm going to put my 40 plus 8 across the top, and I have my 29 along the side. So to find the area of this piece, this is 20 by 40, so 20 times 40. 2 times 4 is 8, and then my 2 10s. 20 times 8, because this is 20 and this is 8. 2 times 8 is 16, times the 110 is 160. This piece would be 9 by 40. 9 times 4 is 36, times that other 10 is 360. And 9 times 8, because this is 9, this is 8, is 72. And again, we add them all up in any order you want because it's commutative. And I'm going to do mine that way. Even if you switch the order around, doesn't matter, you can get the same thing. All these zeros and a 2 make 2. And 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 7 is 19. Carry my 1. 8, 9, 10, 13. So 1,392. So this is the area model for multiplication. This actually helps you to be able to understand what you're doing when you do the standard algorithm. And it allows you to do some things in your head. Like if I put a problem like this for a number talk, a lot of you would break this apart this way. In 5th grade, I do get to teach you the standard algorithm. That's part of our standards. So we're gonna connect the standard algorithm to just these 3 problems. And if you're in class today, we'll be breaking out into small groups and doing some more practice with this, but 3 examples today. All right, so we're gonna do this exact same problem, 62 times 24, as a standard algorithm. And when you do the standard algorithm, you set them up vertically, lining them up. So 62 times 24, it still doesn't matter which one you put in the top. I'll just put the 62 on the top, why not? Times 24, and notice the ones places underneath the ones and so on. So 2 digits, there we go. Now it doesn't, when you see decimals, you'll see it's a little bit different than with addition. It doesn't have to be ones, tens. I just have to make sure that I don't have a digit over here and then 1 here. And you'll see when we get there, don't worry. Okay, so I have 62 times 24, right? Now, the other day you just did like 62 times 4, and we multiplied the 4 by the 2 and the 4 by the 6, right? And that's what happened over here. We multiplied the 4 by the 2, right? But we didn't multiply 4 by 6, we multiplied 4 by 60, which that's what happens, right? We get that 240. So first step here, we're gonna do what we did before. Let's just do the 62 times the 4. So 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times 6 is 24. And I automatically got this as 240 because there's already a number in this one's place. So that makes that 248, and if you look here, when we did the 4 times the 62, which is what we just did, right? 4 times 62, we got the 240, we got the 8, there it is, 248, okay? So now what we need to do is we need to multiply the 20 by the 62. So right now we did the 4 times the 62 right here. Now we need to do the 20 times the 62 like we did right here. So I'm just gonna kind of cover up this 4 for a second here. We do the same thing. I want to take the 20 times the 2, like we did right here, 20 times the 2, to get our 40. And then I want to do the 20 times the 60 to get the 1200. But here's the deal. When I move over here into this place, this isn't really 2 times 2, right? Isn't it 20 times the 2? Again, right here, 20 times the 2. So 20 times 2 isn't 4, it's 40, right? Now, when I just did this 4 times 2, I could put my 8 there because I did have 8 ones. Now, when I'm doing 20 times a 2, if I just look at this as 2 times 2 and I put a 4 here, that's 4 ones, but I know I'm supposed to have 4 tens. So when I start multiplying this digit that's in the tens place, I need to put a placeholder. I just call it, I put a 0, so that when I do my 20 times 2, I actually see the 40. So when you get to the tens place, you're going to need to put a 0 in that ones place so that you actually get the value that you're supposed to, okay? So I did 2 times 2 is 4, but I needed to put this at 0, so I'd get this 40. And now I can do my 2 times 6, which is 12, and that was supposed to be the 1200 up here, right? Now, if I put my 12 here, don't I still have 1200? I have 1240, which is what I would have right here when I do the 20 times the 62. So it all connects, all right? Now at this point, didn't you take all of these values and add them up? Yes. So that's what we're gonna do with these 2 amounts here. 8 plus 0 is 8, 4 plus 4 is 8, 2 plus 2 is 4, and 1 plus empty box is 1, and we get 1,488, which we know is right. That's what we just got there. Okay. If you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry. We're going to do a lot of practice with this. Let's try the second one. It's 36 times 43, and it doesn't matter to me what order you write these in, okay? So I'm just going to put the first number on the top because they're both 2 digits. So 36 times 43. Okay, now to start off, I need to do the 36 times the 3. okay? That's just like what we did the other day. And that over here looks like when we have 36 times this 3. So these are our answers this time. So when you do 6 times 3, that is 18. That's our 18 we got right there. So I can put my 8, but I need to carry my 1 because I still have another digit over here, right? And 3 times 3 is 9, plus that 1 is 10. So we get 108. And right here, when I did my 36 times 3, we did get 90 and 18, which is 108. So far, so good. Now, here is a little trick, not a trick, I guess, but just a way to organize yourself so you don't count this 1 again. This 1, we carried over when we were multiplying the 36 times 3, right? We're done with it, so just cross it off so you don't use it again because we have another digit to multiply. I need to do 36 times 40 now, right? Here's the 36, and there's my 40. So in order to do the 36 times the 40, this 4 is starting over in the tens place, right? When I did that up here, I got 240. So in order for this to work, if I'm starting in the tens place, I need to put a digit in the ones place so I can truly start in the tens place. So now I'm ignoring this 3. I already multiplied it. I'm going to do the same thing with this 4. 4 times 6 is 24. So I'm going to write my 4 and carry my 2 because I still have another digit to multiply. Do you see why we had to cross off that 1? Now we need the 2, not that 1 anymore. And 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. So right now we have 1,440 when I did 36 times 4, which if you look at this 36 times 40, when you put those together, you'd get 1,440. So if I didn't have that 0 there, I'd only have 144, and that's not what this is supposed to equal. Now, at this point we know we add them together. So 8 plus 0 is 8, 0 plus 4 is 4, 1 plus 4 is 5, and I have my 1. 1,548. 1,548. All right, last one. If you're feeling confident, you can try it on your own, and then just press play to make sure that you're right. We're almost there. Okay, so the problem is 48 times 29, and it doesn't matter which one you put in the top spot. They're both the same number of digits, so I'm just going to write the first number first. If you put 29 times 48, you're going to get the same answer at the end, but you'll have your numbers combined a little bit differently here. So we're going to start off, and we're going to multiply this 48 times the 9. So that's like this 48 times the 9 right here. And to start off, this is just like what we did the other day. I'm going to multiply 9 times 8, and that's 72. So 72. Oops, sorry about that. All right. Now I need to do my 9 times 4, and that's 36, right? Now you have to add the 7 to that. So sometimes when I add 7, if I have 36 plus 7, I might break that apart and say, okay, well, 36 plus the 4 would be 40, and then plus another 3 would be 43. However you want to do it, okay? Or maybe you just go 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. However you need to, you're good. Now, we're done with this 7, right? So I'm going to cross it off. Now, it's time to multiply 48 by the 20. So 48 by the 20. Now remember, this is a 20. When you do 2 times 8, I know that 2 times 8 is 16, but I really need to have 160, right? Because it's 20 times 8. So I'm going to put a 0 in the ones place and then solve this exactly the way I did before. 2 times 8 is 16, so I'm going to write my 6 and carry my 1. And 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. And now we get the 800 plus 160, the 960, when you do the 20 times the 48, which is what we just did. And we'll add those together. 2 plus 0 is 2, 3 plus 6 is 9, and 4 plus 9 is 13. And voila, we have a matching answer. All right, we're gonna do some practice with this in small groups today. And then tomorrow we'll do more practice with it until you get it down pat. Thank you so much for watching and for working so hard. You are appreciated.